It's Sunday morning and I'm going on a walk to I can't pronounce where I'm going to. It begins with F and ends in X. And I've just done a couple of hours work, which I'm very pleased with, and now I'm off to lunch. I look at this view and I find it painfully beautiful and captivating. That's how you spell it, but how you pronounce it I have no idea. Fornalutx? Well, what could be clearer? That's just about perfect. This is the GR221 Grande Randonnée, I think it's called, although that's French. But I think it is. Throughout Europe, I think the red walking routes for the senderos, like me, are called GR Grande Randonnée, and so you are safe, you can easily follow it. I'm going to just follow this sign to Fornalutx. Can you hear the faint tinkling of bells? Cows or goats or sheep? I reckon goats. You win, sheep. Why can't I be more cat? I'll ask, why can't I be more like a cat? Like you? Not a care in the world. Don't be unkind. No, we're going to get on. If we're going to get on, you've got to be kind. No pawing like that. You've got lovely colours. Cats are very in the here and now. Know what they want, know what they don't want. Oh, tail wag. I don't think that's good. We've lost our tails. This path going upwards, it does give me a flashback, actually, to the path, very similar, up the side of the mountain, Arunachala in Tiruvannamalai in India, when I stayed for 7 weeks, actually, in total. 5 weeks with Muji and 2 weeks I was a bit of a guru slut going around the others, and several times, but once in particular, I walked up a mountain path like this, which is the path that Ramana Maharshi must have walked many times in his loincloth when he was a young man, because I believe he lived in a cave up the mountain for 7 years in silence, which I visited, and I sat in silence in his cave where he lived, not for 7 years, for about 70 minutes. And I can remember. Of course, it was. It's a bit dank, but welcome, because it's very hot in Tiruvannamalai when I was there. There's a robin on that wall. Watch out, Robin, there's a cat about who takes no prisoners. Cat's on your trail, Mr. Robin, look out. And I didn't get enlightened in Romana's cave. I don't think I stayed long enough. But the atmosphere and the feelings stayed with me for sure. And on this path up the mountain, at one point there was a very well-spoken, well-groomed, I would say. I'd have to say sadhu. He didn't have sort of white markings on his face or forehead. He was sort of a well-groomed, not a beggar exactly. What he had by the side of the road was leaflets. He sort of very politely held out leaflets, and you stopped and talked to him. He thought you were in, and he was selling carved items, carved in the local stone. Mostly sort of Shiva type, seated in various positions, lotus positions. And I had a conversation with him, and yes, I ended up giving him some money. But I also ordered, I thought I ordered anyway, a figure of Christ in lotus position. But when I went back, I couldn't find him. A week later. Oh dear. I'm such easy meat on the spiritual tourist trap. We're going this way for lunch in about 20 minutes to Fornalutx. There is actually a gate to Fornalutx, which I shall go through in a moment and enjoy the downhill to a place of lunch and refreshment. How fantastic. You know, there's a sort of magical feeling about entering a gate, isn't there? I'm reminded in particular, not exactly of a gate, but of a wardrobe. In The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, which I read the night before my first university finals. And I'm glad I did. Anyway, what's on the other side of the gate, Phil? Shh. What can you hear? A dog? Faint car in the distance. Other than that, blessed silence and a dog. Sunday afternoon silence in the Church of Nature. We made it. Now all we have to do is find a place for lunch, a late lunch. It's 2 o'clock on a Sunday. I thought I'd give you a flavour of my destination, the only open bar in the village on a Sunday, in Fornalutx. Several famous writers, English writers who live here, I believe, and me with a glass, or two I suspect. I was walking back from lunch at Fornalutx, and on the way down back to Soya, I got into conversation with a young woman, Ginny, from Seoul in South Korea, chatting not about the political situation, we avoided that, but one of the things that she said about why she likes to come here walking. She lives in Berlin, by the way, but Berlin is very flat, she says. I've only been once, but it's true. And what she likes about this place, I nearly got knocked over by that car because I'm not paying attention and because I'm on the phone. And having a little chat now. She said she feels safe with this rim of this bowl of hills and rock, the landscape, and it's absolutely true. It cradles you, and I think that must be one of the psychological reasons why I love it here so much. It's because it's a natural cupping of the hands, a natural, safe and wonderful space, and with the best orange and lemon groves. It really is extraordinarily beautiful.